For millennia, mystics and shamans have described journeys beyond the physical body, a feeling of consciousness detaching to travel to distant realms. In ancient Egypt, the ka or spirit was believed to leave the body during sleep. Tibetan Buddhists practiced dream yoga to explore non-physical states. These accounts were often dismissed as folklore, but they share striking similarities: a sense of floating, a silver cord connecting body and spirit, and encounters with other beings. Today, we call these out-of-body experiences or astral projection. But what if these ancient practices were tapping into a real, scientifically verifiable phenomenon? In the late 20th century, this question moved from the fringes of spirituality to the desks of military strategists and CIA analysts. The most compelling evidence for serious government interest in OBEs comes from the declassified files of the Stargate Project, a CIA and Defense Intelligence Agency program that ran from 1978 to 1995. While often associated with remote viewing, the psychic gathering of information at a distance, its foundational principles are deeply intertwined with the OBE state. Key figures like Ingo Swann, a renowned psychic, were tested at Stanford Research Institute. Swann claimed to have an out-of-body experience to view a secret Soviet facility, providing details later confirmed by satellite imagery. The scientists, physicists Russell Targ and Harold Puthoff, proposed a non-local model of consciousness, that the mind is not bound by the brain or classical physics and can access information anywhere in space-time. The OBE, then, is not a journey through space, but a tuning of consciousness to a specific frequency or coordinate. If an OBE is a specific state of consciousness, how can one reliably induce it? This is where ancient meditation techniques meet modern technology, primarily through binaural beats. Discovered in 1839 by Heinrich Wilhelm Dove, a binaural beat is an auditory illusion perceived when two different pure-tone sine waves, with frequencies below 1,500 Hz and a difference of less than 40 Hz, are presented dichotically, one through each ear. For example, a 300 Hz tone in the right ear and a 310 Hz tone in the left creates a perceived 10 Hz beat. The key discovery is the frequency-following response. The brain's dominant electrical rhythm synchronizes with this beat. This can guide the brain into theta or even gamma states, associated with deep relaxation and heightened awareness. The Monroe Institute perfected this technology with their HemiSync system, used to train individuals for OBE and remote viewing. The declassified gateway experience audio tapes, used by the military, provide a step-by-step process for inducing OBEs using binaural beats. The goal is to synchronize the left and right hemispheres of the brain, creating whole brain coherence. Trained individuals first enter a deep theta state, where consciousness becomes detached from sensory input. From there, they can be directed to perform remote viewing or OBE-based intelligence gathering. This was not just theoretical, it was applied in espionage. For example, remote viewers were tasked with describing hidden military installations, sometimes with startling accuracy. The ethical implications are profound. If consciousness can be trained to leave the body, what are the limits? And who controls this technology? The gateway experience shows that the line between science and spirituality is thinner than we think, and that the mind's potential may be far greater than we imagine. This is where documented reality meets visionary science fiction. Robert J.R. Graham's Seventh Journey trilogy, also known as the Resonance Code, is a direct narrative successor to these experiments. The protagonist, Jacob Cross, is not a mystic but a frequency researcher at the shadowy NetX Corporation. He uses a prototype headset, a clear parallel to the audio technology in the gateway experience, to explore altered states. His work on unethical frequency experiments escalates the real, ethically murky research of the CIA. The fictional odd-item technology is a more powerful, dangerous version of binaural beats. It forces a resonant state, prying open doors in perception that the user may not be prepared to face. Graham's trilogy asks, if we can open the door to non-local consciousness, what might be waiting on the other side? Modern neuroscience continues to explore the mechanisms behind OBEs. Studies using fMRI show that stimulating the temporoparietal junction can induce feelings of floating or detachment from the body. Researchers at the University of Sussex have demonstrated that virtual reality can create similar illusions, suggesting that the sense of self is a construct of the brain. But what about the non-local aspects? parapsychology studies, like those at the Institute of Noetic Sciences, have shown statistically significant results in precognition and telepathy, hinting that consciousness may not be confined to the skull. The concept of resonance, whether through binaural beats or electromagnetic fields, is a promising avenue for understanding how different states of consciousness are accessed. While we don't have all the answers, the evidence suggests that the mind is more than just brain activity, and that resonance may be the key to unlocking its full potential. You don't need a CIA clearance to explore these states. Start with basic meditation. Sit quietly, focus on your breath, and allow your mind to settle. Then, try binaural beats. Use headphones with a theta frequency track, 4 to 8 Hz, to encourage deep relaxation. The Monroe Institute's Gateway Experience tapes are available online, but approach them with caution. They can be intense. Keep a journal of your experiences, noting any sensations of floating, vibrations, or detachment. Remember, the goal is not to escape, but to expand your awareness. As you practice, you may find that the boundaries of self become more fluid. This is the same path that shamans, mystics, and CIA agents have walked. The resonance code in Graham's books is a metaphor for this journey. We are all resonating at different frequencies, and with the right tuning, we can access new dimensions of reality.